Okay, so I put some sphere instead of the eyes to demonstrate how it works. The first thing first, and I put a texture, a checker, so we can see the rotation if it's proper or not. First thing first, you go to skeleton, click on create joints, and select the eye nodes. Remember I did, you just click on it, and I'm probably going to use another one because of the recording software. So I click on it right here, and then click anywhere you want, it doesn't matter. Alright, then click on enter. Now this is where the trick happens. To have a proper rotation, you need to have that joint completely centered perfectly in that sphere, or it won't rotate properly, it'll look weird, okay? And it's really tricky without a trick, if I may say so. So I figured that one out way back. What I do is that I use a constraint to snap it in the middle, and then I delete the constraint. Alright? So, in constraint, you select the master first, that's a sphere, and the slave second. It's the inverse than you do with parenting. Then you go to constraint and you select whatever you want, let's say 0.1, and you go to its option, and you unselect maintain offset. And now you apply, and look what happened. Bing, you'll go right in the middle and snap. Now what we do is that you go to the window, but instead of going to that one, to that hypergraph right here, you go to the next one, the connection one. Click on it, and with the connection selected, you can see them right there. You select the constraint we just did. See, it's a point constraint. You select it and click on delete. So it goes away. It goes away, but you still center perfectly. And we do that for the other eye. Let me do that. So the eye joint, anywhere, click on enter, go back in the perspective, and then we'll do the selection again, master, slave, apply. Then we go back to the window right here, up, and we select the constraint we just did, click on delete on our keyboard, and we're good to go. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Now they're centered. Now what we need to do is attach the sphere to the joint. So when the joint moves, the sphere goes with it. Alright, so we're going to parent that. So we're going to say child, and then parent, and click on P. And when you select the joint, that works good. Child, parent, click on P, and now we select that should go with it. Now we're good to go. That should be pretty cool. Now if we move that, it's not skinned, huh? Obviously it goes with it. Okay, and actually I'm gonna take it out, maybe not. Yeah, I can still not undo. Yeah, I know. Right, yeah, I'll put this right there, that's fine. A bit more forward actually. Right. Okay, so now that we have that attached, we're good to go. What we want is basically, what happened here? I'll need to reattach that, no big deal. Right here. Okay, now what we want to do is basically control those joints with some type of puppet system also. So right here we are going to go into the spline surface, take a circle, and we are going to rotate it at, let's see, 90. So we're pretty close. And we are going to scale it down and make it look like a little different, so we can recognize it like a pair of eyes. Okay, we can make that a little bit bigger. That's fine. Oops, sorry, this way, much better. Okay, so that's one thing. Now what we want is also have locators. Locators is a new tool for you guys. It's an invisible cross when you render it in Maya, but it's visible to the eyes of the viewer, you that creates it. That's all. So you go to create locator, and you'll create a nice little locator that you're going to bring next right here and place it properly. You're gonna shift D to get another one that you move on the other side. They will represent the eyes of your character. So now we are going to attach these to that. So that will be the child, that will be the parent. We click on P. So now that's connected. That will be the child, that would be the parent. You click on P and they connect it. So when we select the middle one, you can do whatever you want with it, but you can still select one of the kid by itself and do something without the others being affected. And that's pretty useful. All right. So now what you are going to do is bring it forward for the face and bring it right in front right here. You could leave it on the side on something, but I don't like it. I like it right in front. I like it right at level. All right. So right here. Okay. So it's nice and clean when you use it. Now the only thing you need to do is basically attach these to the actual joint, but to do that you can't really parent that. Alright, so you got to use another technique, and the other technique is to use a constraint, but this time not to center something but to change, modify rotation, position, or scaling something. So what you do, we are going to use the constraint orient. Okay, actually we could use the aim also, but the orient is the one really we want to use because we can move stuff and it'll go with it. So what we do is that it's the inverse for selection than the parenting. It's called masters and slaves instead of parent and child, and you select the master first instead of the child, and then you select the slave right here after. As soon as you have that selected, you go into the constraint and you go to the orient option right there, and you make sure that you select maintain offset. We don't want them to snap to each other's, and you click apply. Alright, you do that for the others also. Master, slave, and you apply that. Alright. Now, it is important that those stay. So if you select that, now you can just move everything, basically. Oops, let me select it. Actually, when you rotate it, right here, you rotate it, and yeah, it works with the rotation tool. And your eyes will do that. They will rotate. That works pretty well. Alright. And you can do one by itself if you want to. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. The thing is, those things need to go with the rig. Alright, without interfering. They need to stay. So we need to parent that one to this one. So that's going to be the child of that spline, which controls the head. And we click on P. And now, when we move the rig, everything goes with it. Okay, that's pretty cool, huh? So that's the way it works the best. And then you can do whatever you want with it by just doing a little rotation, you know, of the motion. That's how you rig the eyes. It's a little bit more complicated, but I made it as simple as possible for you guys and still very efficient, as you can see. Alright, take it easy.